Hi friends, it's Anne here, and today's video is my second update for my lip project pan for 2022. So this is just like my own little lip project that I'm doing. I'm doing this a little different than last year. I was just doing like a panning project last year. This year I'm doing a pan plus roulette, kind of like most of my other projects that most of the other things that I'm doing. Maybe not most of the other things. My nail polish project and my eyeshadow like palettes, I'm doing the same thing for those as well. Anyway, so I'll first talk about the panning portion, then I'll do a quick recap of what I picked in February, and then we'll move on to the March picks. So let's get into the panning part. So how I've decided to do this is have sort of like 4 to 5 major categories of lip products so that I'm hopefully not having too much competing products. So it's a little smaller this year. So in my lipstick category, I'm going with this Marc Jacobs lipstick in the shade Slow Burn, and this is moving along, guys. This is moving along. We are so close. Look how little it is. I'm getting super excited for that now, and the plan is to finish this up in March. So by next update, this should be no more. That's the hope. I started to like this product more the more I used it. Obviously, Marc Jacobs, don't know what's going on with that brand, but I wouldn't really reconsider purchasing this even if it was still available. There's a lot more lip products out there that I like better. My next item is my lip balm. This is the Nivea Hydro Care lip balm. I need to draw a new line on this, but hopefully, maybe I can show you guys. Yeah, you can see it's definitely below where it was. So we're moving along with that, sort of that kind of went in and out of focus. I would say this is like, compared to, maybe not when I started, but maybe since like the beginning, this is probably about half the size of the full bullet, I guess. Love this lip balm. This is already the second one I've gone through. I would repurchase this. I forgot to tell you weights. Let's go back to this guy. So last month this was 10.78 grams. It's now 10.67 grams. So that's a difference of 0.11 grams. This Nivea lip balm was 12.41 grams in February. It's now 11.98 grams, so that's a difference of 0.43 grams. So again, moving along quite well on that. And then the next category is my lip oil, but I've combined my lip oil and my lip gloss category because I feel like this product kind of hits the middle of the two. This is the e.l.f. Tinted Lip Oil in Nude Kiss. Again, I haven't drawn my lines yet. Sorry, I'm behind on what I'm supposed to be doing here, but you can definitely see this is well below where it was. It's way down here. So again, this might be done in March. So by the next update, if it's not done, it's going to be real close. I can see it maybe not being done, but it's going to be right down at the bottom, and it'll be like time to take the stopper out kind of thing. So yeah, really happy with the progress on this. When I eventually move over to like a lip oil and a lip gloss, progress will be a lot slower. So maybe I shouldn't have started with such an exciting product at the beginning, or at least exciting in terms of movement, because it set the bar really high. But last month this was 31.39 grams. It's now 30.81 grams, so that's a difference of 0.58 grams. And the last product I have in my panning part is a lip mask, and I've picked the Bite Agave lip mask. I'm a little concerned, I can see the packaging wearing off. You have to squeeze this really, really hard to get the product out, and I'm terrified of bursting the tube. I hope it doesn't happen. Again, this product's okay. I have another one of these, a mini, a deluxe size, so I'll use them up, but I don't even think this actually exists anymore. Maybe it does, but I know they reformulated it, and this is, I'm pretty sure, the old formulation. So last month this was 14.97 grams. It's now 14.24 grams. That's a difference of 0.69 grams. I used a little bit less of this past month than I did in January. So overall progress for my panning part is going really, really well. I'm happy with how that's working. I'm happy with how I'm doing this project right now with having that panning portion plus the roulette portion and having a smaller panning portion. It means I'm maybe not moving through a lot of products, but I'm seeing better progress. And for me, for lip products, I feel like that's better. It's been a catch-22 and it's been interesting to try and figure that out, but that seems to be what's working for me. So yeah, I'll put up the family photo so we could see where we were last month versus this month, and I definitely think it's going to show. I haven't taken the photos yet, but I definitely think it's going to show the difference. So now we're going to quickly recap my February picks. I don't have a whole lot to say about them, I don't think. I'm just going to run through what I used and what the weights are. The weights on these are always going to be very small because I don't use these a whole lot compared to the panning stuff. Some of them I just use once, but there were a few that I used a few times. The first one was a lip gloss, and this is the Becca Endless Summer Glow Gloss in Malibu Soleil. It was 32.31 grams. It's now 32.27 grams. That's a difference of 0.04 grams. I did use this a few times, and I wore this in a couple of videos as well as past month. The other lip gloss was the Quo lip gloss in Secret Rendezvous. I did wear this in my nail polish project pan video. So this was 18.44 grams. It's now 18.42 grams, so a difference of 0.02 grams. I feel like both of my lip liners I used quite a bit. So this first lip liner is the NYX lip liner in Bloom, and this was 3.71 grams. It's now 3.66 grams. So that's a difference of 0.05 grams. The other lip liner I had was the Color Lippie pencil in the shade Field Day. So this was 7.56 grams. It finished at, well, I shouldn't say finished, but it's leaving the project at 7.46 grams. So it's a difference of 0.1 grams. Again, I think I wore this in a few videos as well. So the lip tint that I had picked for this past month was the Dior Lip Glow, and this is in the 001 pink shade. This was a product I used quite a bit. In the past I've used this. This is definitely a panning, future panning candidate because it's pretty small now, and I really enjoyed using this. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I really like this. It's so pricey, but I will repurchase this, and I do want to purchase this in like a different shade. They have like a deeper shade, like a couple deeper shades I think would be really pretty. Sorry if the lighting is going wild. It's a very windy day, and it's like cloudy, like partly cloudy, so the clouds are moving really fast, and it's like changing the lighting very quickly. So now I feel like I'm like bright orange sun. Yikes. So this is a product, if I look at the weights, I can tell I use this a lot more than others. So this was 27.74 grams. It's now 27.64 grams. That's a difference of 0.1 grams, which is a lot compared to all the other products. Field Day, I also used 0.1. So those two I definitely used the most. This next product I'm a little bit disappointed about. I had higher expectations, and it's not what I'd hoped it would be. This is the Nude STIX. It's the gel color lip and cheek balm. Because it says balm, I thought it would be more creamy, and I'd like to just sort of throw it on. I have a very similar product, the Hourglass Lip Stilo in Futurist, very similar type product. I should have picked that actually just to do a comparison this month, but I'm pretty sure I like that product better. This one is not as creamy as I want it to be. If my lips are a hint dry, this just like drags and sticks on like any dry spot on my lip. So yeah, I had higher hopes for like really wanting to play with this. It is kind of light, but I got used to it. Like I kind of got used to that sort of concealer lip with this, and I didn't mind it. But the formula isn't as good as I wanted it to be, or as creamy as I wanted it to be. So anyway, this was 9.43 grams. It's now 9.41 grams. So that's a difference of 0.02 grams. This next product I kind of forgot about. I think I used it once. There is no weight change on this. This is the Tarte Primer and Glaze Lip Crayon in English Rose, and it was 21.65 grams. It's still 21.65 grams. It's an okay product. This is something that I wished, I forget, I think it's the Pan of Green Gables where you're supposed to pick a product with bulky packaging, and this would have been a great candidate for that. Maybe in the future I'll roll it into that category for that project because this packaging is just so big for what the actual product is. It's an okay product, I don't know, I don't gravitate towards it. A product I do gravitate towards is this lipstick from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the OG Pillow Talk, the Matte Revolution Pillow Talk shade. I really like this. The more I use it, the more I like it. It's an easy, everyday lipstick, and even though it's a matte, it doesn't feel like a matte, and it doesn't look too drying or too matte on my face. Like even if my lips are kind of dry, kind of like the Nude STIX, I can put this on even if my lips are kind of dry, and it doesn't seem to like accentuate the dryness. Yeah, I just really enjoyed playing with this one this month. It was 10.13 grams. No, it was 26.24 grams. It's now 26.2 grams. So it's a difference of 0.04 grams. The next item is a Lippie Sticks. This is from Colourpop in the shade Peacocky. It's their Old Cheer formula. This is an okay product. Eventually I will have to toss this. I don't think I can pan it. Maybe. If I use it maybe as a cheek product as well, I can maybe pan it. It's okay. I didn't mind playing with it. It's kind of like a sheer pinky red. It's not super deep. So it's easy to apply and it does feel really nice on. So this was 10.13 grams. It's now 10.11 grams. That's a difference of 0.02 grams. So I talked about this in my February videos my February video, I didn't know if I would declutter this or not. I'm going to declutter this. This is the Eau de Volet lipstick in Fresh Plum. Yeah, it smells wrong. And it's getting worse. Like every time I open it, I'm like, yeah, it's off. Like it's definitely gone. And the color is not unique. I have other colors just like this. Formula is not unique. So it's a shame because it's fairly full. Like you can see, I barely use this. But it's just gone off. So that's done. And the weight never changed on this. It was 18.38 grams and it's still at 18.38 grams. So that will show up in my March buys and buys video as a declutter. And then I have two liquid lipsticks. So the first one was this one. I didn't use this one a whole lot. I think I used it once, to be honest. This was the brand's called Soleil Look, I think. And this is in the Brenda Loves Dylan shade. So it says like Brenda loves Dylan, loves Kelly. I think the other shade that they had was called Dylan Loves Kelly. It's kind of like about the whole threesome of those three. It was 19 grams. It's now 18.99 grams. Yeah, like I literally used this once. It's an okay formula. It's super generic. It's very like there's nothing in it that like, it's very chemically, if that makes sense. It's like super generic, but it's fine. It's a bit of a unique shade in my collection. It's like an orangier red compared to some of my other colors. And then the last liquid lipstick and the last lip product for February picks was the Ofra liquid lipstick in Santa Ana. This is the old formula, old packaging. I don't know how much they've changed the formula. I just feel like this is definitely different than the newer ones that I have. I eventually will need to declutter this. I can tell it's slowly getting older. I wore it, I think, twice. Was 22.85 grams and it's finishing at I shouldn't say finishing, but now it's 22.84 grams. So that's just a difference of 0.01 grams. Again, I like the Ofra formula. It's thin and it doesn't feel too dry and it does stay in place. So yeah, but this one is getting old, so definitely will need to get rid of that at some point. So I've scooched myself over a little because I'm gonna put pictures over here. So the way I do this is I pick some products and I roulette some products. I have a full, the total amount is 12 items. I do 2 lip glosses, one's pick, one's a roulette. I do 1 lip tint, which I pick. I do 5 lip products that are regular, 3 which I pick and 2 are roulette. And then I do 2 liquid lipsticks, one's a pick, one's a roulette. And then after I pick all those, I try and pick a couple lip liners that will work well with the products that have been picked for the month. So let's get into the lip glosses first. So the lip gloss I picked was the Colourpop So Juicy lip gloss, and this is in the shade Partly Rowdy. Such a funny name. I picked this because I barely use this. I got this in my mystery box last fall. It's been a while, and I think I've used this like once. I didn't even realize that this has like a cooling sensation when I put it on. It's like, oh yeah, okay. So I'm excited to play with this because I really haven't used it a whole lot. The Roulette picked this mini that I have. This is the Patrick Ta, I don't know the name. It's got a name on it. Major Glow Lip Shine, and this is in the shade She's Expensive. I was a little disappointed that it pulled this one out because it's so similar to the other one, the Colourpop one, but I do really like this. Again, this is a future panning candidate. I like this formula. I'm super interested in trying, I think he has like a new lip gloss formula. It's like a lip balm or something. It's in the similar packaging, but I think it's new. Really interested in buying that, but it's so expensive. Like, she's expensive. She's expensive. So yeah, like I don't know if I'd ever actually purchase one of these outright. Maybe again, if it's on sale. This came in a kit. I do really like this though. They're different. I need to compare them, but they are a different formula. Like this one's definitely more like that gel plumper feeling, and then like texture feeling. And then this one's a bit thinner, I think. So it'll be interesting though. They are very similar, but they're definitely different. So it'll be interesting sort of playing with them together side by side to really see the difference between the two formulas. So lip tint. So I did pick one. and it's going in the declutter, which I'm super sad about. So this is the Fresh Sugar, what do they call this? I think they call it lip tint, and this is in the shade, you can't see it because it's all worn off, in the shade Honey. I'm super disappointed. This has definitely gone bad. So I had this in a previous lip project, and I talked about then that I thought it was starting to go, and it's definitely going. I opened it up and I'm like, no, this is gone. This smells really weird, and I'm super disappointed because you can see there's a lot of, if it would focus, the camera would focus, there's a lot of product in this. I maybe used a quarter of it, like when I twist it down, I'm like, yeah, I used about a quarter of it. I remember when I bought this, I used it like every day, all the time. I loved it, and then for some reason I just stopped using it, and I don't know why. I ended up buying this one in particular because I had a mini of this, and I really liked the mini. To be honest, I think I liked the mini better than the full size. The full size formula felt different than the mini formula, and the color was different. I felt like the mini I had was a bit deeper in color, and this ended up being just a hair more like white based, like lighter. I don't know, it just seemed a bit different. So I was kind of super disappointed. I like this product though. I would definitely be interested. I haven't had a fresh lip balm in a while, in a hot minute. It's been a while, but I definitely would be interested in getting another set of minis maybe at some point. But yeah, I'm super disappointed that I have to like, I'm sure you can totally relate. Like I splurged and went and bought the full size of this, and then I didn't use it. And now I've got to throw it out because it went bad. You feel my pain. I know you do. So anyway, I ended up picking this, and this is going to be another item I think I'm going to declutter. So this is the Burt's Bees Lip Shimmer in Rhubarb. Had this for a really long time. I actually got 2 of these from a friend of mine. They were giving these away. We have like a, I think they used to call it a Christmas market where is it? Somewhere in Toronto. It's called the Christmas. I don't know the exact location. I can't remember. I'm going to say Distillery District, but that's not right because that's on the west side and the Christmas market is on the east side. It's near St. Lawrence Market anyway, I think. Anyway, total tangent. I think they call it the holiday market now, or they call it something else. But they had like a little booth and they were giving these away. And she grabbed a couple. I think I got one too at one point. So I have 2 of these. Long story short, this is super pigmented and super emollient, so I'm always so worried it's going to go all over my face, like everywhere, and it's also really hard to get this to be, like I know it's supposed to be sheer, but then I feel like the way it applies, it ends up being patchy, like it's hard to really sheer it out to like an even sheerness. Does that make sense? So I don't know, I'm going to play with this month and see, can I make it work? If I can't make it work, this is going, and so is its sister. I'm pretty sure I still have the second one of these. Cause yeah, I like this. It's got like a minty feel to it too. So I like this product. I think I would like this if they have it in like I think this still exists, the lip shimmer. They have it in like a lighter color, like a mauve or even just a sheer. I would be okay with that. Like just a plain lip balm, but I like the formula, and I like that it's like a thin lip balm. I've got thin lips, so it's kind of nice. Anyway, that's the lip tint that I picked. That was a very long story. So now we're into like the generic lip products. So the first generic lip product that I have picked is the Tarte LipSurgence, and this is in the shade Nurturing. They call it the Tarte LipSurgence Lip Cream and Nurturing. This is really old. I don't know if this product even exists anymore. I bought this off of Beyond the Rack, I want to say. And it's funny because I tend to forget about this product, and I feel like the packaging scares me because it looks like it's going to be this bright corally pink color that's going to be like, but it's not. Like, I mean, you'll see in the swatches, like it's not like that at all, and it feels really nice on. This doesn't have, I used to have another product that like sort of tingles your lips. This doesn't seem to do that. At least I don't feel like it does. Not really. It could maybe a little bit, but it's not like the Too Faced lip injection where it's like, but yeah, I don't feel like this. I think maybe it's a bit minty, and that's about it, but it doesn't really like tingle or anything like that. But yeah, this is a product that I really like, and I don't know why it gets lost. It gets lost in the shuffle. I overlook her, and she's so sweet and lovely, and I'm sorry. So we're gonna play with her this month. Since we're getting into spring and warmer weather, I thought it was time to start pulling out some bright colors on purpose. And so I pulled this one out. This is an Essence Matte lipstick in the shade 04. This came in like a little Christmas set with 4 shades. This one is actually, I mean, it's looking really dark right now. Well, hopefully you can see in the swatch. This one is like a really bright fuchsia. This is the exact same color as the Sephora Lip Stories in Cancer, like the astrology series, the Cancer shade. I bought that because that's my star sign. But that one is like a cream formula, whereas this like a satin finish, and this is like a matte finish, but they're like exactly the same color. So yeah, I really like this. It's a shame I don't think they have this formula anymore. This was like a really nice Christmas set that I bought a few years ago. And yeah, I really like this. This one's super bright though. So I was like, well, let's start playing with the brights because I've got quite a few brights to go through. So I might as well start pulling some of them out now. So I pulled this one. And then the third lip product I picked was this L'Oreal Lilac lacquer, and it's in the shade LAQUE-Y Charm, like LAQUE-Y Charm. And I thought that was kind of suitable for March with St. Patrick's Day, you know, Lucky Charm. It's terrible, I know, terrible. But I really like this product. I'm pretty sure it was discontinued right around the time that I bought it. Probably bought this on sale, and that was why it was being discontinued, and that's why it was on, not why it was being discontinued, that's why it was on sale, because it was being discontinued. This is such a unique product. I will admit it smells terrible, but not like it's going bad terrible. It smells like traditional 1970s lipstick, like straight up, you know that L'Oreal lipstick that your mom had? That's exactly what this smells like. It's what I'm wearing today, actually, with one of the lip liners that I'll show later on. I like this formula. I always say, like, maybe I'll pan this, but there's so, like, look how much product is in here. This is huge. And it's a unique formula. It's kind of thick and a bit sticky, like tacky, but it doesn't feel tacky, but it's got enough stick to it where it feels like it's gripping on your lips. So I'm not worried about, even though this is maybe a bit of a brighter pink, I'm not worried about it moving around. It does have like a little bit of that shine, but overall it's just a really nice product. It's a shame that this doesn't exist anymore. I'm pretty sure it doesn't exist anymore because of that smell. That like horrible plasticky, chemically L'Oreal lipstick smell from the 70s. Like that's totally what it smells like. But it's a really nice product. And again, it's another one that I feel like it's kind of gotten lost in the shuffle because I've bought newer products. So the first lipstick that the Roulette picked was this Colourpop Lippie Sticks in Sassy. Was a little bit disappointed that this came out because it's definitely a fall color. It's definitely pretty deep. In the lip swatch, I really built it up. This is super creamy and super pigmented. Like it's bam, and it's really shiny. Not mask safe at all. Probably how I'll wear this is shearing it out a little bit more, wearing it a little bit thinner, blotting it down. I do like the color. I love browns. I'm totally into browns. Prefer them in the fall. So it's maybe not the best time of year to pick this color, but that's the Roulette part. It forces me to go through all this stuff. Unfortunately, it forces me to pick things like out of season, but it then forces me to pick things that I avoid as well. So yeah, so that was the first pick. And then the second Roulette pick was this. This is a little Color Workshop lipstick from, I got a big giant set. I think this was from the big giant set from 2018. And I kept 3 of them. One is that pink one that I was working through in last year's lip project pan that I need to bring back at some point to finish it up because it's like really teeny tiny. It's like a little nubbin now. But this is the red that I kept from that set. It's a bit of a sheer red and it looks a bit more orangey in the tube, but it's a bit more of a pink based red. And yeah, it's a nice easy lipstick that I can just throw on even though it's red. It's kind of a satin. It's not super matte, but it's more of like an in-between. So yeah, from a reds, like I went through all my reds in December and this made the cut. So any of the reds that I still have are reds that I like and will wear. I've tried to limit the number of reds that I have in my collection because I just don't wear them like on the regular. So liquid lipstick. So the first liquid lipstick I picked was this Jeffree Star liquid lipstick, and this is in Doll Parts. This looks, when you first put it on, it's going to look a bit brighter, but I feel like all the ones that I have of Jeffree Star dry down deeper. I will be honest, I don't love this formula. I was pretty intrigued to try this. So I got these in my Lucky bag 2 years ago. I got a set of 5. And then I also got 2 more from, I forget the brand, different brand, but they're almost exactly the same. They're like packaged the same and everything. So yeah, this formula was always like hyped up. It's not the best. I feel like it goes on okay. It definitely does dry darker. It's not as long wearing as other liquid lipsticks that I have. Like I thought this would definitely be more like bulletproof, and it's not. Definitely wears off. This one's okay. I have this one and I have Androgyny, and I like those 2 shades like for everyday wear. But yeah, this is fine. I thought it would be a decent spring color. I thought it was a good spring color to sort of bring in the spring. It's sort of a brighter mauve type color. And then the Roulette picked this. This is the MEMEBOX Mystery, what is the full name? Mystery Blur Tint in Mystery Persimmon. And again, this is a color I was like, oh, this is like a fall color. But what I think I'm going to end up doing is probably mixing this with some of the other lip products. This isn't a true liquid lipstick. It doesn't fully dry down. It does sort of dry down a little bit more matte, so it goes on a bit creamy. It does dry down a little bit more like to a soft matte, but it's not like budge proof, like 100% budge proof. And I feel like it does sort of tint the lips. So after it's been on your skin for a while, it does feel like it does tint a little bit, but it definitely would wipe off. Like if you were, it's not like a lip tint that like you need soap and water to get it off. Like this, it definitely will wipe off, but I feel like when it wears down, you have a bit of a tint. I really like this product. I talked about this when I got it from Stylevana, that I would definitely be interested in purchasing a different color in this. It's a really interesting formula, completely unique to what I have in my collection. But yeah, it's unfortunate that I pulled this out now because very not a spring color, but we're gonna make it work. Again, I think I will probably mix this with some other lip products, and it'll be interesting to try that because I normally don't do that with like a liquid lipstick. And then wrapping up with lip liner. So I picked both lip liners. I don't roulette these. And the first one I picked was this one from Dirty Little Secret. This came in either a BoxyCharm or an Ipsy. I don't know which one. I remember when I first got this, it smelled weird. It smells fine now. It's okay. It's giant, by the way. Like, this is a huge lip liner. It's okay. I think I've said this before. If I had another lip liner in the same color, I would get rid of this. This brand was that brand that, like, I forget the person's name, but she owns like 4 or 5 different brands. And it's just like relabeled Alibaba stuff where they like make up the price. So your Ipsy or your BoxyCharm seems like it's worth bigger value when it's not really. So yeah, that's your dirty little secret. We know what your dirty little secret is. We've all caught on. It's not a secret anymore. But anyway, it's fine. I actually have 2 products from this brand. I have like another, I think I classify it as a liquid lipstick, but again, it doesn't dry down 100%. I don't think. Maybe it's a liquefied lipstick. I can't remember. I need to go check that out again. But anyway, that's the first lip liner. It's just like a generic pink. I don't know how well that goes with everything else. I had a hard time picking the lip liners to go with these lip products, and I think I'm kind of running out of generic lip liners to go with lip products. So like things like that Field Day, which goes with like a lot of different colors. Anyway, and then the second one I picked is the one that I just recently bought, because I haven't really used this. This is from NYX, and it's in the shade, it's the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade Kitten Heels. Yeah, don't recommend this. I've only used this once as a lip liner before I put on a lipstick, and then I used it today to do the lip swatch for this. This was awful. This was so hard to get any pigment out of. It was so dry. I mean, maybe because it's so dry, it will stay really well. Haven't tested that yet. But compared to, I mean, I had the other lip, NYX, what is it? Where are you? This one. So this is like their basic lip liner, just like straight up lip liner formula. This is a good lip liner. Again, it's a bit of a stiffer formula, but it's not as like, this wasn't even just stiff. It had like no pigment. I was like, where are you? Where's the color? Like that swatch I did on my hand, I drew on my hand like over and over that line like 20 times, no joke. There's just like no pigment and it was super stiff. Or the like, they have the other formula that's called the Slide On Glide On, I think, lip liner. That one's super creamy. That one goes on really easy. You can fill in your lips. Not as long wearing as, say, this one, but definitely a really nice creamy lip liner. I don't know what this is. This was a struggle. I don't know. Again, I'll have to keep playing with it, but I was like, is this, like, was this so old that it's just, I don't know, because it's not a common color, like a red. I'm sure they probably don't go through red lip liner very regular. I'm kind of annoyed that I bought this, to be honest. And I know the only reason why I bought this was it was the right price to get free shipping. And it was the only red. The other red that I wanted in the other formula was out of stock. And then there was another red in a different formula, in like this formula, I think. But this was like $4 and this was $6 kind of thing. So I messed up. Anyway, I'm gonna play with it a bit more, but like my first impression today was I was not impressed. So that is my update, second update for my lip project pan plus lip roulette for 2022. I hope you like this video. I hope you like this project and you like what I'm doing. There's a lot of products going on and a lot of swatching. So it's maybe a bit chaotic, but I like this. I like that I'm going through all of my products and really testing things out as well as panning some items. So if you did like this video, feel free to give a little thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.